This is Missy B winning the second place in the clinic jackpot. I'm going to let it play through regular, and then we'll do a slow play review. Now we'll go ahead and do a slow play review. I thought you did a wonderful job with this. I love how quiet she comes in. She takes off on her correct lead. You bump her 1, 2, 3 strides out. 1, 2. She gets a little on the back side, but what I really like about that, I'm going to back this up for you to see. I like how much your hands have improved since you started with your lessons a month or so ago. You do a 2-hand check back here, 3 strides out. So she rates 1 stride, 2 stride. You're coming in with a nice approach. Nice approach. And right here, boom. I would have liked her to bend her rib cage, maybe give her nose a little bit more to the inside. So you might consider, instead of being more on the center of your rein, have your hand down a little bit more on the inside of your rein. So when you take off, just have your hand down on your rein a smidgen more. You're looking around to your backside and your exit okay. I'd like you to soften your ribs and hug her with your inside leg to help her bend in her ribs. If you notice, she's very long, so she's a little bit stiff there. So let's go on here. But what I really like here is watch your hand. Instead of pulling on her, there's actually slack in your rein and you're doing a bump, which allows her to give her nose and come around and finish her turn nice and not stall back here like you were doing. So the bumping, it made a huge improvement in your snappier turns. I like how you pulled up on your horn, you're back to 2 hands just to stride out, and you're getting ready to make a nice move over and approach to your second barrel. Whoops, let me get you back in view there. Sorry. Back it up right here. So you're about 3 strides from the barrel right there when you're starting to think about sitting down and going to your horn. So by the time you cue her for rate right there, that's going to be perfect because you want 2 strides of rate going to the barrel. 1, 2, and then right there, it's really nice how your leg is at the barrel and she's about 3 or 4 feet off the barrel. She's getting her pivot foot up under her, so that looks really good. You've got a nice approach starting on that second barrel, and having that little bit extra room in here, going on to first barrel, you didn't have any room going into it, so I think having that extra foot going in allowed her to finish tighter and not have such a big pocket on the backside. So now here she kind of throws you up out of the saddle and you're kind of pulling on her there, so let's see if you release it and sit and bump. And you do. It was really quick. But your arm picked up and released. You did bump, you didn't hold and pull, so that's a big improvement for you. You're up back to 2 hands. You pulled up on your horn, which is great. You bump twice on that one, and it looks like you're probably, when you did your bump, okay, you were bumping right there, and let's see, the barrel's probably the barrel's not in view yet, so I'm going to assume you're about 3 strides out when you're bumping. So let's get that started again. 1, 2. So yeah, you're having to check her because she's a free runner at 3 strides out to get your 2 strides rate, and that's fine. Good. And right here I'm saying bump, bump, bump because I don't want you to pull and stall. And you could have tightened this up just a smidgen. Again, she seems to like to go in with a little bit of room in order to snap it tighter. If you don't have enough pocket in here, she's taking her pocket on the back side. Okay, so now she finishes. You're up, you're hustling. She had a little tiny stumble right there. And I think it's just because she's a little strung out on the backside and she just lost her footing a smidgen right there. But it was a good recovery on her part. You're hustling all the way to the eye. It looks great, and you won second and the reserve champion halter in the clinic. Great job. Great job. I'm really proud of how far you've come in the last month with Missy B.